Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Lilium Indoor Wall Sconce. This is the 1700. It's also some beautiful Lilium fixtures that go on your ceiling, chain hung. Check them out if you get a chance. And why don't we hop into the size of the fixture itself. 23.8 inches overall height, very bottom to very top of that glass. The width on it is coming in at 5 inches, which is really going to be your back plate. That's going to be the widest point. And projection from the wall coming out is only 2.9 inches. So that qualifies this to be ADA compliant, which means that Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches, and that means this thing will work. If you guys are using sconces in a project, maybe you're an architect or interior designer, specifier, and you're looking for a fixture to go in a hallway of a doctor's office or a restaurant or hotel, this would be a really good one for you that you can use. It qualifies for that ADA. Plus it can use LEDs, which we'll get into in a second. Let's talk about a couple of quick things on this. 3.2 pounds, so it's very light. The glass is this really clever tube of glass that's frosted on the very bottom. It's going to hide your socket, and it's going to hide your bulb, and then it gradually becomes clear as it goes up to the top. It's a really pretty piece of glass. The backplate on this, 7.5 inches tall by 5 inches wide. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. The mounting height, that's the distance from the very bottom of the fixture to the middle of the box, is coming in at 3.8. I want to show you a little more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions really quick. So, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF, so open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is really the fixture. There's a mounting bracket that's going to go on your junction box. It's going to show you the glass on it and how it just slips right in, very simple. But it's going to show you some nice line drawings and schematic drawings of the back plate and how it goes onto your J box. So take advantage of that if you guys get a chance to do that. Let's talk about lamping on this and what you can use. It's going to be using a G9 socket. They take G9 bulbs. They just snap right in like that. Very simple. If you want to stick with a halogen, you can do that. You can stay with a halogen up to 40 watts because of the heat generated by a halogen bulb. But a lot of you guys are not going to do that. You're going to go to LED, and there's different LEDs you can use in this as well. That's a cob LED. It looks like a corn cob. This is a phosphorus LED, which is pretty cool. And on this fixture, because the bulb is going to be pretty close to the glass, sometimes if you use one of these cob LEDs, which I like to use in our showroom, mind you, it can make a little bit of a cob pattern, a little bit of a checkerboard pattern on that glass because of the light coming out from the individual pads on this. You might want to kind of check out one of these because it's going to be one continual illumination coming out of the middle of it and not little individual ones. So you won't have a pattern on the glass. Little tiny detail, most people won't even notice it. I kind of notice it, so there you go. But anyway, you can try different ones. There's no limit to these as long as they can get into the glass because it's not about wattage, it's about heat, and they don't really generate much heat. You're going to find a lot of these are going to be 7 watts or 9 watts or up to maybe 10 or 11. When you're out looking in the world, you can find these at Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware or any of those places, but it's much easier to find them on Amazon, quite frankly. And you would put in a G9 LED, and up pops up all these guys. So it's really up to you. So I would, they're so inexpensive, I would try out a couple of them and see what you think. They're going to offer these to you in different ways, just remember that. They're going to offer them to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, which could be very romantic looking in this. But they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like a warm light, but it's not. That's that kind of outdoor overcast day or hospital waiting room blue-white light that you see on a lot of LEDs. That's going to be 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, we talk about it all the time, is warm white, soft white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. The light coming down in this table, coming from above, these are 3,000 Kelvin LEDs, and we like that a lot, warm white, soft white. So it's going to be pretty important for you to kind of decide on what you like as far as the color goes of the light coming out of them, but it's also very important to pick up a dimmable bulb and make sure you tell your installer you're using a dimmable LED. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.